Well, you should also remember where those griffins came from.
Mhm.
And besides, whether he's pleased or not, if we request those forces, it will likely be in defense of the entire kingdom. So it would be kind of detrimental to not give us them then.
Chiron will also get messages from Jerathon that the eagles in the mountains have left, apparently.
Oh, not again. That's bad news.
Oh god.
The remainers of the eagles have left, and Jerathon has found many nests, without eggs, of course, simply abandoned. Doesn't seem like they're coming back anytime soon.
Does he know which direction they flew in?
They seem to scatter. Spread out, basically.
Huh.
None of them flew over the Cabriar. Or he would
Interesting.
have hunted them down. And he will say that he did argue for taking time to eradicate them where they come from.
You're a king, you should have just done it. Come on, initiative, Jeffon.
He will keep that in mind for the future. A king should just do whatever.
Probably a bad piece of
Take that
advice.
chastisement to heart.
No, he's a dragon, he should act like one. At least that's what Telemondus would say.
This is not going to go well, you know that, sheep.
Well,
I
does Jeraphon even react to Chiron as a dragon now?
Yeah.
He better does, or he will be made to react.
Telemundus says Chiron's a dragon.
He does, sometimes.
Maybe.
Unknown enemy.
Telemondus certainly does ridicule Chiron for the gleaming mithril barding that he's wearing now.
You bought that in the end?
Saying that dragons shouldn't need that.
Who's wearing what? Is Chiron wearing mithril armor?
He has like he has dragon armor.
He has basically dragon armor now.
Which if you've got a magnifying glass and look very close, if there is this mark all over it.
What about Telemundus? Does he wear armor?
No.
How does he have such a high AC then?
Because items.
Just saying that barding took the majority of my downtime.
What type of barding is it anyway?
It's mithril chain barding.
Mithril chain shirt, then enchanted.
Yeah, chain shirt.
I just noticed that Telemundus is clumsy when it comes to fly.
Yep.
Yeah, all dragons are.
Well, not all. The smaller ones aren't.
It says you're poor.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Telemondus might be poor too, but I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter.
I think clumsy is a 2-size category bigger.
He's good at swimming, though.
Very good.
It's kind of funny though. Oh, you're so clumsy.
No, he's actually poor too. I'll fix that for you.
Yeah.
You should go for the fly checks needed.
So right now, in the army, you will have the backing of the Gaston Halldamir and the rest of the Kingdom of Talengard. That's what you currently can call upon. State it again.
How many troops do we get from?
I said it when you were gone, but maybe the others can tell you back.
We got. I don't remember the exact numbers. I should have.
2,000 Knights of the Griffin, 1,000 sort of soldiers of Davrin, 3,000 soldiers of Gaston Hall, and three, the backing of the academy, which is worth basically 3,000 soldiers. In an indeterminate amount of teachers and wizards will be assisting whatever effort might be made.
Alright, that's pretty good. We basically scored 6,000 more troops with that move. Pretty good.
But these troops are only going to be given to us if the Duke is pleased with us.
Well, if we are not pleased with the Duke, he's not gonna get the other half. Like, then we're not gonna supply frost giants or gunners or elves or anything like that if we're not pleased. So...
The mercenaries and Eisenmark certainly would longer listen to you. The Telerian army might very well listen to the Duke, as he's now the king. As happens. If such a civil war was to start.
We also have frost giants and ice elves.
Well, are you going to go and talk to those people?
I mean, Elisiv kind of promised us, right?
Hmm?
We can certainly take a tour up there and just talk to them. Sure, we can take a tour. Talk to the people.
I mean, we might as well visit the dwarves then too. After that.
Sure, we can take a kingdom tour. Go to the Irneans and Utak and all
Nobody but you, after all, knows that there's a reason to actually gather anything.
It's true. Well, we have told the...
Now the Duke does. So.
We have told the Hadrian.
Yes, and so he will certainly do it, although he already has his people mustered in Gaston Hall.
How's the yes, I also want to oversee the extermination of the rebels in Gaston Hall.
Yes, it will go swiftly and brutally. Basically, one night, city silent, the other night, there's just bodies in some places. Houses stormed, places in the red light district stormed. It seemed like the Duke pretty much knows where to strike and who to get.
Good. Good.
So far as to being able to pick them out in individuals in houses. Even if they hide among civilians.
Oh, we also have clockwork dragons, which we when we created them, certainly branded them to be controlled by us. So
it's gonna take a few months to get them done still.
Sure, but they're something we control, not him. And we have a zombie crack.
And we have ourselves.
Yes. And whatever other resources.
That means we're probably not going to have the dragons for the fight with the rebellion.
If the rebellion is at the end of this month, then no, we won't have the dragons. I would like the dragons because it would be cool to have them, but yeah. Other than that, whatever else we can muster up for ourselves. Which is a lot, I hope. Looking at the rest.
I mean, I've been busy.
Must anything, now might be the time. Not like an army just sort of rises in a day and gets anywhere in a day either.
I have taken steps to prepare and make all of the resources I have available being able to be deployed like within a few hours if needed. So Zacharias is basically done with the preparations he can make.
Anton Wonders would probably eventually contact Jarathon and make sure that he can also very quickly assemble his people. Because they might be needed. And he better not dally.
Sure, where does Jarathon bequest that they should be placed?
Probably like...
Where's going to get attacked is the question.
Probably to the south, somewhere.
Probably near
southern part of the Cabrera.
Probably near Mathrin.
Yeah, like here.
That
like
area,
in the ruins.
Sure. Are they allowed to pillage a little bit?
A little bit.
Right. We'll take that to heart and act like
Minor
a king, do
pillaging.
what he thinks he wants to do. He'll move his army south.
Why does it say Emperor Telemondis?
I see you set your own title.
He's grandizing.
No, he promoted himself twice.
It's what he dreams of when no one is looking. Yeah, we'll send call to Eisenmark as well to start mustering his troops because there might be trouble in the near future here in a couple of weeks. Oh, same goes to Raiju, same goes to Isabel if she can even muster anything, I don't know. Maybe she has like...
Not a whole lot up there. Mostly just like settlers and stuff. They're producing a little bit of food and stuff that's sent down south, but nothing that really accounts to sort of a tangible number of soldiers.
And Venya is sorting herself out. Hadrian is sorting himself out. We'll go and talk to Chief White Tusk, Illisiv. Basically make a round up there, you know? And the dwarves, I guess.
Sure.
And the dwarves.
You can certainly go to Illicif. You don't think you've visited her like long halls before. Basically, very, very tall places built of very sturdy wood, probably magically enhanced in strength to the last ages, as they just stand, well, you know, absolutely massive. Everything's massive. All of a sudden, you all feel terribly small. This place.
Even the dragons?
Massiveness. The dragons kind of are on size, but they feel small because they're used to being around smaller people.
Yeah.
Well, there's chairs that fit them.
It's weird.
Doors that their height. Such.
Feels so normal.
As if we'll certainly take you into a hall where there's tons of these jarls and such. She will again offer to host you a feast. You're here, you're visiting.
Sure, let's have a party. What do ice giants eat?
Buy a boar.
Alright, sure.
And bear. And whales.
I can get behind that.
Walruses. Sorts of things.
Walrus? Can you eat walrus?
Of course you
Yeah,
can.
they can. Like a drumstick. Or a giant.
Sure. Big fat drumstick.
Certainly a lot of blubber up here.
Oh yeah.
You will also sort of casually say that they have noticed quite a lot of undead actually moving like across the northern rills. If you look at the map, it's here. They're moving out into the water of the north.
Well,
Walking aimlessly into it.
that's,
Skeletons and all such things. They have not really wanted to interfere.
They may have
It's
found.
kind of out of their territory.
They may have discovered the location of wherever he is.
Yeah, the tyrant is probably out there somewhere.
He's acting as a giant magnet, basically, for them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Beyond that, you will certainly, among the feasting, inquire as to your visit.
Well, I think we will shortly and succinctly explain that it will probably come to a head very soon, and that they will be called upon to honor the alliance. That the vile princess of the Southlands is returning with all of her forces, and we're going to meet her on the field of battle to destroy her once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Celestials. There's gonna be whatever else she can scare up, a dragon, and herself.
As you will certainly sent the Jarls out there with their host. Where do you expect to meet her?
At the moment, we don't know. We are looking into it. We have people.
Well,
looking
south.
Into south
Yeah.
is the most likely, yes. So
Sure.
start moving them south is probably a good idea.
You'll field the 500 that also participated in the conquest of the north.
Yeah, because the question becomes: is she going to try shooting the old capital, or is she going to try shooting the king?
What?
When the princess arrives, what's going to be her target?
All right. Probably
be
the
the capital.
capital would be my guess. She will go
Well,
for
the
the
capital's
capital
gonna
to
be
make that her. Yeah, but she will go for Mathrin because it is a place of significance. She's going to take that and make that her beachhead to launch further campaigns. That would be my guess. Gaston Hall is too well protected to go for. Davern is just a ruin. She would go for Mathrin.
It's not a ruin.
It's not a ruin, but it's not particularly
Repaired.
well built yet. Yeah, there is still a lack of things in Davern. in
She would
comparison.
also be on the same on the the wrong side of the mountains. She wants Mathrin because then she can access all of Talengard.
Eventually,
That's what I would do at least.
it sounds fair enough. Admittedly, if she
The Cambrian Bay.
Yes. Because if she
Elizabeth
control-
does intend to lead this charge herself.
Very good indeed. If the call comes and they need to be quickly relocated, Zacharias will tell her that his people and the academy will send enough high-powered wizards probably to create teleportation gates for them to move quickly to where they are needed. The quickest, the most important thing is that they are actually very quick to mustering, you know, to actually get their weapons and stuff in order.
They always have their weapons, really. I mean, they're here.
Yeah.
They live here. There's, not that many of them, but gather them from different halls around the land, and
Also, if she could keep some scouts looking at the fjords of the north and keep an eye on the undead.
that will diminish her forces. She doesn't really have that many individuals. Very
Well,
powerful individuals, but
maybe
maybe
we
the
can,
little human people would be better for that.
yeah, maybe we can ask.
They're darting around in the little boats and such.
Yeah, maybe we can ask either Isabel or White Tusk to keep an eye on that.
You want to go and talk to White Tusk in his place on the keep?
we're in the area, so we might as well.
Yes.
You're not in the area. He's much further south.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
in his
his royal
keep, of
keep.
course he is.
Which you gave him.
We'll go
Yeah.
there.
From where he rules. His little place.
We should revisit Seal Isle and see how many skeletons have ended up there, because my teleportation traps are set to Seal Isle, so I'm curious
Well, how many
to
teleportation
see-
traps do you have?
4?
And where are they?
Well, they're around Dragon Isle, and they're around my plane, and I think there's one in the council chamber in...
I don't think many
Mathrin.
people have been to any of those. So
What?
I don't think that many people have been trying to go to those.
Oh, we don't know, though. That's the thing, we don't know. I'm curious. Because it just...
Whatever there is, the local wildlife might drag the bodies
I
underwater,
suppose so.
eat them.
See how many bunyips are actually around.
You need to add like a.
Well, you arrive at the Royal Utak Castle. It seems to have been reinforced with like some palisade and some wooden patches here and there. And it has certainly a banner made of what seems to be white wolf skin flying off it.
I'm imagining the Frostwolf clan of the orcs.
It's really not that big, honestly. The keep as such. It is a sea watch keep made to keep watch over the trade route north. It's known for being the place where the Utuk were usually stopped when they went raiding.
Oh.
That was its main purpose. But you're certainly let in the gate. Only the people look very suspiciously at the dragons, not really speaking the language of the Utak. Also know that the people of the local villages here have been migrating away because their ruler does not speak their language, and he doesn't seem to care about them a whole lot.
That's fine. Duke Raiju certainly has a lot of space.
And bandits.
So does Duke Isabel have lots of space? Duchess Isabel,
That's
sorry.
right. Go north. A new future awaits.
The cold, harsh lands where bugbears once didn't want to live.
Yeah.
Oh.
A
I mean, you
glorious...
don't have to leave. Just stay.
And now you're led before him, and he basically stands up from his chair and talks Utag a whole lot until his translator says that the good chief is very honored and happy to see you again. He asks what brings you to here. Although White Tusk speaks for quite a lot longer than that, you're sure that much of it is like pleasantries or stories about what he did the other day as such. He's a very talkative fellow.
I think we will explain the same thing, that times of war is against the kingdom, and we are hoping that as part of the great alliance and the great boons that we have exchanged between our peoples, that the people of White Tusk can help us in trying to repel this menace.
Sure. Well, again, the chief speaks a whole lot more than his translator, who says that the Duke wishes... the chief wishes to know what we will be fighting.
Well, the old princess of the Darien line, she's the last, and her allies, which will be a collection of celestials and religious fanatics, also probably a dragon.
White Tusk again talks. He seems very energetic about this. He sort of raises his fist and even draws his ebony spear.
Yeah, that's
So-
that's promising.
As the translator says, that the good chief promises to send hundreds of warriors.
Great. Great. Wonderful.
Hunters.
If he can start mustering these people, they can certainly be employed very well as scouts and skirmishers when the time comes. Also, they will request that if they had gotten any reports of strange undead activity in the north.
Sure. They'll try to keep an eye out as always. Their hunters usually roam very far and then come back with word.
Yeah.
So usually delayed, but good intel anyway.
Yeah.
The translator will also say that the good chief would very much appreciate if then, in preparation for this battle, that gifts of iron items were to be given.
Sure.
Yes, that is a big treasure to the Utek, and if people would die for an iron spear or a metal hat, as they call them.
Sure. I'm sure we can arrange. Gifts and reciprocal gifts back and forth to make this
Sure.
profitable for all involved.
Outside this little keep, there certainly has been developing like a fur market where ivory and furs are being traded back and forth. Well, mostly traded to the Telerians, who then pay them in money. Probably sometimes too little money, but the Utek seem happy and content with it.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, silly Talon Guardians, scamming all the native everywhere.
I know.
Terrible people.
Greed is setting in. That's way better than the sickly goodness that was before. All right, good. We'll see. We'll see if we can arrange the proper things.
Sure.
And then I guess we visit the dwarves.
Sure. We'll go to the Dwarven capital.
Telmondus will probably reluctantly agree to not come to this particular excursion, and Karen will make liberal use of his greater headband of disguise to look like his old self, which he frowns a lot while having to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anyone want to? Oh.
He's the
I
one
want to
wanting
look like this. Look at me. I'm magnificent.
Oh.
Sure, you'll be welcomed in the Dwarven halls with their heavily armored and honored sort of guards. Certainly they look better than when they first came here, as I will recall. Why they were basically merchants and mercenaries and whatever else, really. Now they wear this wonderfully fine, ornate, masterworked armor and shields and weapons. Very well crafted, and certainly looking as if it has been, as if it's really old. Usually old things are the worst, the best crafted ones, but, well, not now. They certainly also seem to have all been bloodied, scarred, and with some of them with still wounds and such from ongoing fighting. But in general, they seem proud of their kingdom as they let you in to see their high king.
Karen will certainly compliment them on their progress and their trophies of war they have collected, as in their scars.
In a hall you once saw a macabre demon feast in. You now see it has been completely redecorated to be what can only be described as a wonder of dwarven engineering, a dwarven high seat, and certainly also a dwarven high king sitting in it. As he sort of leans forward to see you as you're sent into the massive hall. No sign any longer of the grilling places or what are the horrors that were here. Although surely ghosts still fly through them.
Well, Chiron will again compliment the king on his obvious and quite extraordinary progress that he is making in reclaiming the old lands of the dwarves. And just making general small talk, asking how it goes and, how things are.
It goes well. The Dwarg are still falling back. They have lost. We are still hunting them down, however. There are many of them hiding in crevices in the darkness. And as we reclaim old mines and old operations, our forges are beginning to work faster than ever before.
Victory is close then.
King Turin of the Dwarven Kingdom. This is very close, yes. And how goes it out there?
Well,
The surface.
that is why we have come here. There will be some trouble rather soon on the surface. I was wondering if there was any, perhaps, agreement we could make to perhaps help each other.
Nostrand as well. She leans back slightly. There's always the issue of the north. I've heard you've reclaimed much of it. We, however, also have some claims on some lands under the mountains. We could collaborate on the colonization of the north, and in return, well, you would want something in return, would you not? Simple collaboration, trade would not be enough, I assume.
Military support, yeah. Perhaps not necessarily troops, as I still see that you're still recovering from your fighting, but weapons, armor, perhaps.
Well, Ben says, we retain our claims to all of our old holdings in the north. In return, we could make armor and weapons for a number of troops. The forges are going.
You're probably giving away our mithril mines up there.
You know, do you want to stop Chiron giving away things? Now's the time.
Sakurai will give him a look. The same look I gave him when it came to the when he heard about the border fortress.
I mean, we haven't. We don't know where the mithril is yet.
Oh. He will, maybe we can say that we have, fought and bled quite a bit to reclaim and pacify the north, and we would want to. We would certainly want to get paid, and get some winnings out of that war that we actually fought. So giving away all the mineral deposits and such in the mountains seems to be a bit much. We can certainly discuss like exactly where land claims go and certain mines, but maybe we can reach an agreement to part with half of it or something, so that we actually.
As well, if you had already found them and secured them, then that would be no problem. But I have not heard of such findings in the north. It seems to be a poor land as it is. Much of the minerals are deep below the surface, where your people will not go regardless. Given them to you, they will simply be left there unused. We will need to send expeditions. It'll take years to find them. But when we do, we will surely make good use of them, and you will benefit from that as well, through trade. We will need food that cannot be grown underground, and so minerals for food will be traded with the surface.
And we all will benefit from our continued friendship, of course, because if the current leadership of Tellinghart would, for whatever reason, be replaced, that would also perhaps make our friendship far less valuable.
Exactly.
I assume that there will be two favorable rates, if nothing else. We have, after all, sacrificed much to pacify the north, to make this expedition even possible.
If you wish to lend your military aid in reclaiming our old sites, we will gladly have some sort of other agreement with you. But until the underground, the area we care about, is pacified, we must focus all our resources on that. We would like to have good relations with the Tellyrian kingdom, but we must look out for our own people as well.
Of course, yes. For now, I am happy with assurances of continued friendship. And also, if you were looking to find another trade partner for your, metal products, as the Utec to the north who are very interested.
Aye, but they have little of coin.
They have other things.
Supply us with war materials, my good king, and I am sure we will have indeed mutual benefits. Any expertise you can send to our aid will be greatly appreciated.
Yes. Give us the rights to the minerals, and we will give you well-made arms and armor for as many men as we can in the time frame you give us. Our mark will bring great honor to us. When you use them in battle, you will see how good they are, and you will want more.
Mithril mines will bring us a lot of weapons, I trust.
When they are reclaimed, yes. It will take years, as I said, but there are lost kingdoms under the snow. Perhaps in great time, our people can grow together.
I mean, personally, I don't care too much. It's just...
No, give it to them. We can't really benefit from like mithril mines that we haven't found ever.
Well, we haven't really looked.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go for it.
You know, if anyone is best at properly exploiting the things to the north, it's the dwarves, and if they benefit from it, we will inevitably do too.
Right, until they're like, no, our mines is our mines! Go to hell! And then you just shut the doors and we never see them again.
Yeah,
And
then
we kill them all. It's easy.
I like the way you're thinking.
So you will agree to this?
Sure.
What units will you sort of prioritize for the upgrades?
How many can they upgrade? Like,
Depends on the amount of time. You will choose which ones you want to prioritize.
well, Eisenmark.
Which one mostly? Eisenmark is top one?
I think so. He's like, we were gonna go for the ones we control, right?
I still don't trust Eisenmark.
He has been even invaluable to us. Probably equip the units that we control first.
Yeah, Eisenmark first, then probably. I mean, the people from the Cabraya, the Urinans, they need masterwork armor.
They're unlikely to use the kind that the dwarves make, but surely you could, if you stuck the dwarves to it and brought some people over, they might be able to work out something they could use for them, certainly, like weapon heads and shields and whatnot.
Or would the dwarves be good at equipping like gunners and sappers, stuff like that? Are they good for that, or
They can make the smithing work, give them the technology, and they'll do it. Yeah.
Ice elves? What kind of? I guess the ice elves have top-notch stuff.
So they have what they need.
Yeah. Mercs? I guess the mercs we have. Frost
Yeah.
giants? Can they
Lots of
smith
mercenaries.
for the giants?
They could smith for giants.
Yeah, Eisenmark first. Definitely.
Give me a top
upgrade it.
3.
Yeah, okay, Eisenmark.
I would say Eisenmark, our handgun people, and then probably just the normal infantry.
Normal mercs.
Screw the mercs.
But those are the ones we control.
Okay, then gun people second, mercs third.
I would probably even say Eisenmark mercs and then gun people.
Okay, I can.
They probably won't finish with the 10,000 mercenaries. So
ever.
there's a lot to make. Sure. Well, I shouldn't agree to that. My broad
Well, if they won't
smile.
finish with the mercs, will they be able to finish with the giants?
They'll be able to finish with some of the mercs.
Okay. Eisenmark mercs, gunners. Yeah, I guess. I guess that works.
Sure.
I guess
Good.
that works.
Done. Yeah.
All right. All right.
And what will all of you be doing for these days while you wait? Armies gathering.
Well, Zacharias will go into gathering and organizing his stuff to have that all that ready and set up. So when he need it, it can be deployed as needed.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Good. Good.
What will Marcus be doing?
He'll be gathering his knights up, getting the Hippogriff Riders and everyone together, ready for battle, basically. Keeping them
Turn
mustard.
all of them into thralls.
No, I can't take
Hit
that
the throw
many.
limit.
Yeah. Twice my hit dice.
You could, but you could try to make as many as possible, because the more thralls you have, the more powerful they'll be in
That's
battle.
the problem with that is that the thralls do literally nothing unless I tell them to do something.
Yeah, but charge, kill the damn enemy. I mean, you have.
I mean,
like, vampires
the way
commanding
I
your
understand
troops,
it is they'll walk forward, kill one guy, and then stand there.
I don't think they're that controlled. They love you.
No, I don't know. The way Manikai described it with Solomon is that unless I say to do a thing, he will do literally nothing. Just stand there and then complete my order to the letter, and then do nothing at all.
If your order is fight the army.
Sure.
I mean,
do that.
didn't Vestromo send like a unit of vampires with us when we invaded the Vale?
Yep.
Were those thralls or regular vampires?
No, probably not thralls. Likely.
Yeah.
Well, as many vampires as you can make or employ. Like we need to.
You
buff
could
up
potentially
the
make
elements.
unlimited amounts. I mean,
Yeah, I can make unlimited
free 'em.
regular ones. Yeah, that's the
we have
problem.
10,000 mercenaries.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
Now
land
we're
of the
talking.
dead.
We should talk, Marcus. I have a plan, you see.
Well, what will Kyron be doing? And Telemundus?
Kyron and Telemundus are probably going to hang around where the action is most likely going to strike, which would be in Methrin, I suppose. Just waiting, really.
Sure. Like a little Jerathon who's plundering the countryside,
Hello, how's it going?
burning,
Great!
stealing, killing. These people are very happy, morale high, that they get to finally do
Well,
this.
did you give him carte blanche to just go like
Just a
complete
little
my
bit.
orders?
Just a little bit.
That doesn't sound like a little bit.
Nobody questions the draconic triad.
No,
That's the banner they wield.
just don't kill everyone, Jerathon. It's bad
capture
practice.
some.
Good.
Has them fight for his amusement.
That's acceptable.
What does Cash do?
Hanging around Telemundus and Kyron.
Helps with the pillaging, burning of cities.
Sure, she'll help with that. She'll bring Horus and
Well, they love
the
it.
Golem.
Horus loves it. Getting
Well,
people
let's
to
do
run
it. Let's have some
rampant.
fun. Let's
Burn cities.
gonna
he-
ride on him and we're gonna go on a
like he
fuck
doesn't
town
care.
hunt.
We're not burning cities. We're like,
We are only burning the cities that
Just
have
a little
resistance
bit.
in them, and it just happens to be all of them.
It's just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
we're basically rebelling against the kingdom.
No, just getting the army in place, and that takes sacrifices.
If you burn down cities,
I don't think it's complete burning down cities.
that's what it was said. I heard it.
It's not supposed to be complete burning. Just the small ones that don't matter.
It could be any dragon who did that.
It was Anvaria, as everything is on fire. No, I really don't want the army to run around just burning cities, but you know
They
the
take the
occasional...
ones that are on the way.
Yeah, just the small villages.
That's really what
Avoid the
Jerathon
big
wants.
ones, but you know, just
Sure,
don't
someone's
take
order
a
to act
detour.
like a king, and he does
I
so.
will point out that Azorius burned down his hometown.
No, I didn't.
Zechariah, yes, you did. Okay, you burned down a church
I burnt down a single building.
with a lot of people inside.
An unknown number.
Anyway, and Zacharias, he basically killed everyone in his hometown.
No,
Kyron
I
killed
transformed them.
You killed them. Kyron did. Cash has not had any town she could burn down.
Kyron has destroyed a town and a city so far.
So I think it's only fair that I get a town that I'm allowed to pillage with Kyron and Telemundus. And Horus.
Look, if everyone were to burn down their hometown, Matherin would be nothing.
Yeah,
Well,
Davrin
Killed that
Well,
place.
you're basically-
I would burn that place
You
down.
basically killed everyone in the town. You have your
could
castle.
go with the military hill of Matherin.
What? No, I haven't killed anyone in Farhold, Tina.
It's basically a vampire city now.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
Not yet.
Yeah, all of Davrin.
I basically left them to do their own thing as long as it's like, okay, I live in the castle, you
Lady
listen to me.
Marston owns them.
Anyway,
Keep burning and pillaging to a minimum.
okay,
Yeah, a minimum, but
just a little bit.
yeah.
It will be more than Zacharias likes, but less than Telemundus likes.
Yeah, that's a compromise.
Okay, let's
No
go.
one's happy. And what is Asurius doing these days?
Well, Azurius will, his organization isn't really suited for militant activities at the moment. Not really what they've been doing. They've been like proselytizing and getting supporters. However, one thing he'll get a nice group of them and have a look around the now abandoned Cathedral of Garstenhall.
Sure.
It can make a fine place to be renovated and put together. So draw up some blueprints and towards the end he'll start being wherever the main group tends to be. Preparing for the inevitable.
So everyone splits up, completely different places of the country.
One of the things I'll be doing though is also using my scrying a lot to just keep an eye on what is everyone doing.
I'm staying with the dragons.
Keep a scroll of sending or something with you so you can contact the rest if needed.
Yeah, but both Karen and Telemundus will beforehand purchase a scroll of sending and a scroll of teleport each.
Could you please be close to Cash at least?
I mean, if you follow both Karen and Telemundus somehow while they're flying, sure.
Cash can fly.
The Manikai, one of the things, for example, will be every so often doing just scrying, for example, on Volcina's Elisif. Is everything going okay for her? Yes? No?
Generally walking through cold ice mountains.
Or you could at least let Cash ride on Chiron.
Oh, and Zacharias will also ask the Academy to prepare teleportation circles and similar things for quickly redeploying the armies if needed, because we don't know exactly where she's going to strike. We think it's Matherin, but who knows?
She might just go straight for the crown.
That would be incredibly difficult. I think that is incredibly unlikely.
Gaston
but
Hall is a very shielded location.
It is. It's like the most shielded.
Now, I think we will take a 5-minute break. And we'll come back. Then, then stuff.
Alright.
How ominous stuff.
Rocks fall, villains die.
At least can Telemundus and Chiron be in distance in case of something happens with Cash? Because if not, she's just gonna go and annoy Asurius.
I mean, they are not always going to be flying full speed, so it's pretty realistic that you can keep up. They would even slow down slightly for you.
Just grabbing the Telemundus' tail would be fine.
Whee!
She can cast daggers.
5-minute break.